Hello, welcome our virtual viewers. We have a lot of folks who catch us throughout the week. So, a few things to know on our order of artist showcase today. There's some offerings on that second and third page about what's going on this week, the ways that we can be in service in the neighborhood through Neighborhood Shares flower delivery. That's an excellent way to be of service. Our flowers right here are from Neighborhood Shares. We do that on Tuesdays and Fridays. We do have a music mission happening this Tuesday. If anybody wants to help out with that, we'll be going to a neighborhood spot where we'll be with those who are living with dementia and Alzheimer's, and we just bring some joy to them. So let me know if you want to help out with that. And we have two spiritual formation offerings that are getting started this week. One is Exploring Faith, and let me know if you have questions about that. And one is the Rebirthing of God. We also have book club and yoga this week. And in this cyclical church season in which we live, this begins a new season this week called Lent. It's a time for self-reflection and prayer and study. So we will have a ritual called the Imposition of Ashes in the Parlor on Wednesday. Come check it out. If you're like, I don't know what that is, just talk to me later. We can, I probably even have some ashes. I can send you home and you can impose ashes on yourself. And it's actually, this day is the transfiguration of the Lord, which seems kind of fitting when we are doing this new thing and having the light from all of us shining through in this showcase today. So we celebrate that as well. I do want to say another word about the Rebirthing of God study that's coming up. John Philip Newell book. This is going to be a spiritual formation offering that I will lead. Next Sunday will be a time to come together and just begin. You don't have to read by next Sunday. I can give you your book by next Sunday. But we'll be doing some silence, some breathing, some imagery. John Philip will be our guide through the rebirthing of God, Christianity's struggle for a new beginning. He is just this amazing Celtic teacher, spiritual leader. He has been the warden at the Abbey of Iona. And I had an amazing experience with him. He actually speaks about the pilgrimage around that holy Isle of Iona. He speaks about that in this book. I have pictures from each spot because I have spent the time trekking all the way around the island for those 7 hours. Amazing pilgrimage he leads us on. And that will be a part of the book and also conversation that we'll have around the book. So if you don't want to read the book, just come to our times. It'll be like every other Sunday after our regular worship, so starting about 11:45 until about 1. And it'll be in person, but also we'll have it available on Zoom if you would prefer to participate in that way. So it's just like five times throughout March and April. So come be a part of that. I'm also going to be showing the images from the island as part of that. All right, so anything else to share aloud today? Any artists out there, if you want to sing in a future showcase, let us know. You can let myself know. You can let Nick know. We're going to have, we're sort of rolling with it today at this first artist showcase. One of our artists has lost her voice, so she'll be able to speak a little bit but not sing. So our new friend, Josh Weisler, sorry. Good German name, right? Josh Weisler is here. He's going to be our featured artist in March. We just met him this past week, so we're glad you were able to step in and help out a little bit. And of course, Alex, who heads up the Blue House Band, is here, and he will share his music as well today. So, I'm going to ask Bella and Alex to come forth. Josh, why don't you come forth as well? We're going to do the best we can to get to know our artists a little bit here. Now we don't have, I'll stand for this part. This isn't going to be super long, but have a seat, each one of you. Bella gets the throne. Just tell us about yourself, if you would. Here's the other mic. If you'll just tell us about yourself a little bit, introduce yourself, and is it on? No, I don't think it is. Bella, how do you make this go on? There we go. All right, good.
Hello, my name is Josh. I just met Pastor Jewel along with some other friends at yoga this past week. It was wonderful. This building was it came at an opportune time for me to find this building, this space. It felt very sacred and quiet and calm, and I don't know, I'm just really happy to be here. And when I interacted with Pastor Jewel, I felt happy. I'm from Arizona. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I moved here solely to pursue my dream of becoming a musician. I realized that I wasn't following my childhood dream, my real dream. I was doing the realistic adult one, and I was like, no, I need to respect my inner child enough to follow that dream. So this is me doing that.
Cool. Welcome.
Actually, no, I don't think that makes sense. Hey, I think I know everyone here, but yeah, I'm Alex. I love making music, and I've been making music since I was kind of little, and I love playing for y'all here, and it's such an inviting and welcoming group of people who care about each other, and I'm glad Bella introduced me to all y'all. But yeah, that's me.
Cool.
Yeah, so I lost my voice over the weekend, unfortunately. But I know and love all you guys here, and I'm so glad that you and some other of our friends and bandmates and friends visiting have been able to come here. Jewel, you are amazing, and the community here is so awesome. So thank you guys for hosting musicians and artists and looking out for everyone. It goes a long way. And I go by Bella Rose for my music, and I just released a song over the weekend, so it was really weird timing to lose my voice. But I've been doing music with Alex for a really long time now, over 5 years, and we moved here from Florida together, and we are just working at it every day. So you're gonna hear some of Alex's music, and another time I will play some more and do some singing for you guys.
Cool. All right. Awesome. So in that spirit of welcome that they are reminding us of, I'm going to invite all of us to stand. This is a totally new thing for all of us. Artist Showcase is new. We're going to move around a little bit. I'm not going to have us doing any down dogs, but I would like you to just stand and go and introduce yourselves to one another. This is our time for greeting and gratitude, okay? So if you'll say your name, where you're from originally, or how long you've been here in Nashville, and then one thing this week for which you give thanks. Just one bit of gratitude. Share that, and share that with, you might have to think about it a little bit. I don't know, sometimes it's a hard week. So share that with one another, and then we'll come back together and continue our showcase. Okay, in your order, we have a calling us together, an ode to creativity for this day. So, if you will join me in this responsive reading. In the beginning, God creates, and it is good. In God's image, we are created, and we are good. Through the Spirit, we create, and what is created in spirit is so very good. Receiving such gifts, to God we give great thanks. Hallelujah, all thanks and praise to God. So Alex is going to share a favorite with us.
Yeah, so this song, I think I might have played it before, but I really like this song, and this is a tune by Will Reagan. It's called "Take a Moment," and it's based. Oh, turn it on. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So this song is called "Take a Moment," and it's based off of, I believe, a verse in John where it's talking about how like the load of Jesus is like so much lighter than the load of the world, and yeah, here it is. Take a moment to remember who God is and who I am. There you go, lifting my load again. Take a moment to remember who God is and who I am. There you go, lifting my load again. And this song is very repetitive, so if y'all want to join in at any point, please do. No longer am I held by the yoke of this world. Come up under the yoke of Jesus. His yoke is easy, his burden is so light. His burden is so light. His burden is so light. Take a moment to remember who God is and who I am. There you go, lifting my load again. Take a moment to remember who God is and who I am. There you go, lifting my load again. No longer am I held by the yoke of this world. Come up under the yoke of Jesus. His yoke is easy, his burden is so light. His burden is so light. His burden is so light. You're lifting my load. 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 Take a moment to remember who God is and who I am. There you go, lifting my load again. Take a moment to remember who God is and who I am. There you go, lifting my load again. No longer am I held by the yoke of this world. Come up under the yoke of Jesus. His yoke is easy, his burden is so light. 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 All right.
You have another one?
I could.
Yeah, let's go with another one.
Sure.
Go for it.
Sure. All right. So this is another one. I think y'all know. This is Holy Spirit. nothing worth more that could ever come close. Nothing can compare. You're our living hope. Your presence, Lord. I've tasted and seen of the sweetest of loves, where my heart becomes free and my shame is undone. Your presence, Lord. Holy Spirit, you are welcome here. Come flood this place and fill the atmosphere. Your glory, God, is what our hearts long for, to be overcome by your presence, Lord. Your presence, Lord. There's nothing worth more that could ever come close. Nothing can compare. You're our living hope. Your presence, Lord. I've tasted and seen of the sweetest of loves, where my heart becomes free and my shame is undone. Your presence, Lord. Holy Spirit, you are welcome here. Come flood this place and fill the atmosphere. Your glory, God, is what our hearts long for, to be overcome by your presence, Lord. Your presence, Lord. Let us become more aware of your presence. Let us experience the glory of your goodness. Let us become more aware of your presence. Let us experience the glory of your goodness. Holy Spirit, you are welcome here. Come flood this place and fill the atmosphere. Your glory, God, is what our hearts long for, to be overcome by your presence, Lord.
You got one more?
Oh, let me think. Yeah, I can. I can do, let me grab my capo, and
All right.
I can do that.
Capo. Everybody know what a capo is? Yep. Good. All right, we're still with it, right? We're like just rolling with things today, right? It's all good. You're such a gifted musician, Alex. You can just do it. So, what Alex sometimes comes with us over to Brookdale, Belle, Meade, and it's such a joy just to listen to him play. And even the skill, like I'm just always impressed with his skill. I've seen him on stage, I've seen him in here, I've seen him at Brookdale, so many different places, and it's just like,
Dude, thanks so much.
Thanks for sharing it with us.
Absolutely. Yeah, thanks for being here with me all, and just joining in this music here. All right. So this one, I'm not entirely sure which number this is in the hymnal, but I really like doing this song acoustically.
All right.
And this is "Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing."
Oh,
sure. If you got that number on you.
You're good at calling out numbers, right, Jennifer?
Oh, what's that?
475.
475. All right.
You want the words.
And come thou fount of every blessing, tune my heart to sing thy grace. Streams of mercy never ceasing, call for songs of loudest praise. Teach me some melodious sonnet, sung by flaming tongues above. Praise the mount I'm fixed upon it, mount of thy unchanging love. Here I raise my Ebenezer, here by thy great help I've come. And I hope like a feather, safely to arrive at home. Jesus sought me when a stranger, wandering from the fold of God. He to rescue me from danger, interposed his precious blood. Oh, to grace how great a debtor daily I'm constrained to be. Let thy goodness like a fetter bind my wandering heart to thee. Lord, to wander, Lord, I feel it, prone to leave the God I love. Here's my heart, Lord, take and seal it for thy courts above. Here's my heart, Lord, take and seal it for thy courts above. I think I had an alternate lyric than y'all pulled up on here. Sorry about that, y'all.
That's all good. All right. So I just want to share a little message, a quick story before we hear more from Alex, and we'll hear from Bella, and also from Josh. But I picked up this card this week, and it says, "You got a powerful voice." I had to buy it. It was an impulse buy, I admit. It's an encouragement that we keep on using our voice. Even when we lose it, there's other ways we can communicate, right? Because our voices are needed in this world. Because hope comes from the power of voice. We know that there's just increasing challenges in this world. There is increasing despair. There's increasing separation. So we need plenty of hope in this world. So there are spiritual teachers along the way who have actually claimed that we are made in the image of the divine, and that we know that because we have the power to create through words, through our sound, through what we do with the gift of our voice. Hillwood Presbyterian Church is trying this new artist showcase and this lunch ministry because we believe in the power of voice, of creativity. The power to take what is this gorgeous 9-acre green space, this beautiful place that's equipped with this fabulous piano that you can't quite see today, and the organ that we have, and these amazing acoustics that we keep on improving, and these connections that we have with artists who come into our lives and into our hearts, and that we just take it all, bring it all together for God, and take a few creative risks for this new experience of the Artist Showcase, which we're just going to keep on growing month after month. Because this is a time to celebrate the gifts of creativity, the time to be inspired by the way folks use their voice and their heart and their skill and their dreams and their wisdom to bring about something powerful in this world, to actually co-create with God this new space of love that we do through using our voice. That's what we're doing. We are creating this new space of pure love in which every gift is celebrated and tended and brought into the light for all to see in this place and throughout the world through our YouTube. So it could seem like a leap, actually, to be thinking about voice and creativity and inspiration and this new world of love through a message that was given in a letter written to a community of early followers of the way of Christ, who actually found themselves living right at the throne of the empire in Rome in the early years, the 1st century BC, 1st and 2nd century BC. Then and there, those first followers of the way of Christ were seeking to actually embody a different way of being amid an empire that was all about control and force and fear and violence. By the letter, one used voice to encourage those living at the very epicenter of this culture that was created around control and force and fear and violence. Sound familiar? As words to uplift those first followers and us, I just want us to listen to how that voice was used. It's recorded in the part of the Bible called Romans. And I'm actually reading from a part of the Bible that's translated and called the Common English Bible. Listen. Because of the grace that God gave me, I can say to each one of you, do not think of yourself more highly than you ought to think. Instead, be reasonable, since God has measured out a portion of faith to each one of you. We have many parts in one body, but the parts do not all have the same function. In the same way, though there are many of us, we are one body in the Christ. And individually, we belong to each other. We have different gifts that are consistent with God's grace that has been given to us. So if your gift is prophesying, you should prophesy in proportion to your faith. If your gift is service, then devote yourself to serving. If your gift is teaching, devote yourself to teaching. If your gift is encouragement, devote yourself to encouraging. And one giving should do with no strings attached. The leader should lead with passion. And the one showing mercy should be cheerful. Love should be shown without pretending. Hate evil and hold on to what is good. Love each other like the members of a family. Be the best at showing honor to each other. And do not be hesitant to be enthusiastic, being on fire in the Spirit as you serve the Lord. Well, together today, we welcome each gift, even as we welcome the Spirit into this place. We celebrate each gift, and we seek to be inspired by each gift. We give thanks for each gift in every one of us that we all are going to seek to use in the week ahead, to find or to keep on using that gift that we are in the service to creating a new world that God can bring to fruition through our enthusiastic, impassioned living each day for the highest good of love. So in that context, using our voice of inspiration, of creativity, of seeking to build a new space of love in this world, I'm going to ask our artists to come forward. We're going to have a little bit of chats with them, telling them, letting them tell about their inspiration. So we'll have Alex and Bella come first. We'll turn on the mics. Make sure we got the mics on.
That's on.
Where's your mic? It's all right. You lost your mic. Okay, so anything else you want to tell us about yourself? Here, I'm going to put it right there. Anything else you want to tell us about you? We good? We good back there? All right. As you introduce yourself, how about how you first got into music?
Yeah, I just started kind of taking lessons when I was little, and my parents were making me, so I wasn't really that into it, like, for a while. And then I totally dropped music. I was like, oh, this is lame. My parents are just making me do this. I don't want to practice. And then eventually, like, when I was in, like, middle school, I decided it was cool again, so then I got into it. And I had to make that own decision for myself a little bit. But yeah, and then I started just playing in the church. That's kind of where I got started. And I auditioned for, when I first started learning drums, I'd been playing for 2 weeks, and I auditioned for the youth band. And then they're like, "Oh, you're not real good, Alex. You gotta practice a little bit." So it was good. It's good motivation for me, and I started kind of practicing more, and then I got better at guitar, and then I started playing guitar in the main band at my church, and then I met Belle, and we started writing a bunch, and we got into the artist thing, and that's and just playing and touring and doing whatever in music, really. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. All right, how about you, Miss Bella Rose?
So Alex and I are from the same town in Florida, St. Pete, and I was always like creative. My family was creative. I had a cousin who was an actress, so when I was really young, first started acting, and then kind of through that, I realized I like singing a lot more and performing, and I was doing like a lot of cover songs with a student band at the time, and I, was kind of nervous about that at first, but my dad really pushed me to do it. And then kind of through that experience, I got into this program where I met Alex and realized like I loved writing songs, and he kind of pulled that out of me. So I'm always forever appreciative of that. And we just wrote a million songs since then, and formed the Artist Project and releasing original music. That's how we started. That's how we started.
Tell us about your creative process. That's our next question.
Well, it can kind of go a lot of different ways. Sometimes you write songs with people like that you're really close with, or people you don't even know, and sometimes you write them totally by yourself, just in your bedroom late at night. At least that's my experience. And a lot of times it can just kind of start as a thought in your head, or a little melody, or a lyric, some notes that kind of just come into your head. And for me, I'll just like sing them throughout the day. And if it's, in my opinion, like catchy or good, or I'm like, wait, there's something there, I'll always like record it on my phone as like a voice memo, and then sometimes bring those crazy voice memos like at the grocery store to Alex and be like, this is what I came up with. Like, do you think we have something here? And then kind of expand on that, creating more lyrics, more of a melody. And then he's a producer, so adding instruments and creating the track. And then from there, it's a really long process of recording the vocals and editing all the vocals and the instruments and mixing it and then mastering it. So like my song that I just released took, upwards of a year to 6 months to just create and finish. So it's a long process.
Yeah, from the moment you got the inspiration to the moment it gets released, dropped, right?
Exactly, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did it drop today? Good.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, and well, you're gonna have yours chance, and you're doing a little bit of different way of like bringing music into the world, right? Like whatever this vault thing is in a box or whatever.
In a box.
It's waiting for you to send me something. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's so exciting. As an independent artist, I'm just always looking for creative ways to share the music and share that process, because it's not always like sitting here and being able to explain that process so intimately and personally. But I created this like digital space that kind of shows the process of creating the song. So it's like those original voice notes that I was talking about, where I just sing it into my phone. I have collected all of those over that 6 to 12 months of creating this song and compiled them into this place that you can buy this little digital box set that you can own forever. And it has those original voice notes and videos in the studio and us talking about the song, and then
the lyrics.
the handwritten lyrics, a cover art signed, and there's a lot of little goodies kind of like that, behind the scenes content, and a thanks to everyone who was involved. There's a lot of people involved in the song. So I put that together, and it came out this weekend. I'm very, very excited about it. I sent it to Jewel. I was like, look what I did. Yeah, so that's been very exciting.
All right. How about your creative process? Because you write as well. You don't just produce.
Right, yeah. I think for me, like, you can work as any type of artist. You can kind of work on the analytical and like trade aspect of your craft. Whether you're like a writer, you do songs, you play an instrument, or you painting, anything. I think you can work on the trade aspect and just getting really good at the craft. But then when it comes to making something original, all the songs that all my favorite songs I've ever done, I can hardly even say that I wrote it. I don't know if any of y'all like creatives out there can attest to this, but it's like it's it's like, I mean, a lot of people like the Beatles or a lot of big artists have said, for their favorite songs, it's like you almost can't take credit for it, because it's like almost God wrote them, because it's like they just happen, And for me, I've worked on the analytical side of songwriting and being able to write with people and turn it on at any time and be able to write a decent song. But sometimes when it comes to creative stuff, it just happens like that, and it's like you can't explain it. You can't like really control it, Can't, and it's very mysterious,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
just the people that kind of come together, right?
Yeah,
All
yeah.
the artists, like every song has some other voice, whether it is vocal or Trey's back there in the percussion, right?
Absolutely.
Or somebody on the piano. You got a saxophone in your band now?
Yeah, all kinds of people, all kinds of commotion going on
Right.
on stage. Yeah.
And then you got managers and whatnot, right? All that. Maybe you keep it all together.
We try. I can't really say that, but
Yeah.
So many people come into the process. Like on this song that I just released, there was this open part in the song, and I wanted to just release it and like put it out. And Alex was so like great, because he was like, we need another person featured on this song. It'll just make it so much more exciting. And I'm so glad that we opted to do that, because there's a local rapper featured on the song, and he's amazing, and he's like one of my favorite artists that I've seen in this area. So it's really cool to see who comes on and joins the collaboration.
Yeah. Awesome. Collaboration. Good thing. All right, what about what inspires you, or where do you take inspiration, especially to keep on doing this creative process? Anything inspire you in this world?
I think nature. Any of y'all just go out in the mountains, or there's a lot of beautiful places around here. Even going down to Radnor Lake or something and just walking around, and you can, I don't know, it just makes you inspired. It's makes you happy to be living, happy to something, just seeing something that's grand and big, like the ocean or a mountain view. I think that's one of the most inspiring things for me.
And you are a hiker.
I do love hiking.
Tell us about your backpacking experience.
Yeah. No, I used to work for a backpacking ministry in Virginia, and we just go lead groups. A lot of youth groups would come up, and it's a lot of fun. You just go out on backpacking trips for a week, and
Amazing.
Yeah. Just carry all your stuff on your back and really get immersed in the outdoors. So I love it. Yeah, if any of y'all want to go hiking, but
hikers.
We'll line that up. Yeah.
I'm cool as long as we're staying at the hotel at the night time.
Sure.
Yeah. Belle, you spend a lot of time, like for a week on end, outdoors.
I have
No
not.
bed.
I have not done the backpacking trips, but I've heard from it. He's done it almost every summer, so it was always cool to hear his experience. But I'm like, more, let's go to Radnor Lake or go to the dog park. That's kind of my thing. But I love being out in nature, and I definitely second that the ocean is so inspiring. I don't know if it's just because I'm from Lake Florida and a beachy place, but being outside and just living and finding ways to just express kind of what you're going through. I think it's so interesting to put words to feelings that you never thought you could really verbalize, and that always really inspires me to create.
Cool. Awesome. All right, so this one is not necessarily about music. It can be if you want. When do you feel most fully alive?
When do we feel
Most fully alive. Not necessarily when you're doing music, just any time in your daily life when you feel most fully alive.
I think probably like playing a good concert. I think for me that's definitely up there. It's just exciting. I think live music is one of the only things I can think of where everyone's kind of feeling the same thing at the same time in a room, and there's not that many avenues where that happens, I think. So I really like that.
Yeah, I agree, really similar to that. I feel most alive probably playing a really great show where I can just be free and express myself, my songs, dance, move. I think moving into your body and finding rhythm and, yourself is a really, really amazing feeling. So I love any performance that enables me to do that, or activity like just dancing or yoga or working out. That always just brings me like such amazing energy and is like very centering for me. But yeah, I love playing shows.
All right, you have any questions for any of us? Or any other questions that we want to?
I think that, I don't know about any questions, but if you guys are looking for new music to listen to 80 Proof, it just came out, and check out the vault that we were talking about, please. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for any of us? Or any more questions you want to
Oh, I don't
answer?
know.
Just let me play, right?
Yeah, I'm not too much of a talker.
You're doing great.
Thanks.
So where can we find you? Either follow you, or find your music, or hear you in person? Both of you?
If y'all are ever around on a Monday night, drop by. We're playing Bowery Vault with all kinds of different people and artists with the band. Y'all are always welcome to check that out.
And where was that again?
Oh yeah, at the Bowery Vault every Monday.
Bowery Vault.
So yeah, that's a
over
fun
in
time. There's a cool community of artists who come out every week and just bring us a new song every week to play with us. So yeah, that's where to find me, really.
All right, cool. Anywhere to follow you?
Oh yeah, Blue House Band. We got a Instagram. I don't know if we're on too much. I think we might have a TikTok or something now. So
wow.
if y'all are on that,
You're getting right there behind me with my new TikTok.
Yeah. We're on. Yeah. But mostly Instagram. That's where we post about whatever shows we're doing.
All right, cool. And Bella Rose, how about you?
Well, I know most all of you guys here personally, so I love connecting always, but online you can find my music under Bella Rose, and here, if you guys want to get that vault, I have a little QR code that you can use your phone's photo app to pull it up, or I can text it to you guys, but I am very excited about that, and you can find me here on another Sunday.
Yeah. And Dream Group and Art Night and whatever else, right? Okay, cool. So I'm going to have Josh come up, and if you're all right, Josh, to come up and field a few questions. Bella, we're going to wait for your voice to come back one of these days. And guess they're just departing entirely. No, go ahead, you can sit.
I didn't know that.
No, go ahead. You're going to come sing in just a second. Josh, tell us anything more about yourself you want us to know as you introduce yourself. Is it on?
Hello. Okay. I love to travel so much. When you asked what makes them feel the most alive, I got this very abrupt flashback of standing underground. I don't know what major city I was in, but I was underground waiting for the underground train. And I just felt so alive.
Huh.
And I was just like, a train is about to come, and I'm gonna get on the train and go somewhere. So, yeah.
Possibility.
I just love that. I just love anticipation and mystery, and I think a lot of my music comes from that. I think my main source of inspiration, is my past, my experiences, my trauma, my drama. Life is dramatic. Life is crazy, and sometimes it feels so incoherent that I have no choice but to put it to words. I have no choice but to make sense of it. And I have a couple songs that I've described to people as exorcisms because I'm facing heavy things and dark things that I don't want inside me anymore, that I want outside of me. And if I can do that in such a way that resonates, then yeah, I want to do that for a long time.
Really sit out there, right? Yeah. Awesome. How did you first get into music?
Yeah, when I was a little kid, we had a trampoline, and it was in the ground. My dad dug a huge hole, one of those. So I always felt really lucky. I remember being with my younger sister. She's my best friend. She's 19 now, just turned 20, I think, actually. And we would be jumping on the trampoline, and pretty soon I had her doing elaborate choreography, memorizing intense lyrics, and putting on this show to the trees. This was in Georgia. We lived on 5 acres of forest, and I would join her, and we would perform these concerts, and we would be like, "Thank you, Kenya. Thank you, Madagascar." We were on a world tour. So it's like, "Thank you, Beijing." And we loved it. We loved the fame from the trees. But no, it was then that I realized that I loved performing. I also pursued acting for a long time, and musicals were one of my favorite outlets of expression. It was my mom who pushed me to go to that first audition, so I'll always thank her for that. But yeah, ever since my first car was a 2005 Pontiac Vibe, and I remember 16 years old being in the car, kind of in a dark drug phase of my life where I was into drugs a lot, and I just remember hating myself and driving and purging lyrics out of me loudly and yelling and screaming, and I was like, that was a song. That was a song, and it needs to happen. So I'm doing it now, and it feels really good.
Cool. Anything else about your process, or?
Yeah, it's different for every song, right? Yeah. It's just always so different. It depends on the song. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, you want to go ahead and sing for us right now?
I would love to.
Okay, then we'll have Alex back. Okay.
Perfect.
All right, I'm gonna go here and listen.
Okay.
Be brave and sing a cappella.
When I got the text from Pastor Jewel that I was filling in for someone, didn't realize I'd be filling in for someone so awesome, so the pressure is high. But I wrote this actually last night, and I can't believe this is the one I'm choosing to showcase right now, but I just kind of had the feeling that I should. It's called Glimpses. I've gotten glimpses of a love that will change me, a trust that will make me whole. I used to think I needed someone to save me. Now I just want someone to hold. I turn my cages into words on pages, then I rip them out of my journal. I'm on a journey, come with me. The entryway, the passages is never closed. I make right with my soul. I make right with my soul. I make right with my soul. So separate from yours. I'll grow with you on common ground. Beneath it all, my roots reach down for yours below, for yours below, for yours below. I've gotten glimpses of a love that will change me, a trust that will make me whole. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, cool. There's some collaboration coming. I can tell it.
I hope
Thanks so
so.
much for being here, and we're going to hear more from Josh next month. Alex, you want to come on up? No. No, you're We are having a little issue with this mic, but I don't know how to turn it off. All right. Thanks so much, Josh. That's awesome.
Okay. I was thinking maybe I could do. Have y'all ever heard the song "Sanctuary"? It's a real simple song, and I think y'all might catch on if you don't know it. Very simple, but yeah, and it just repeats. So I'll do one, or if y'all know it, or if you want to learn it on the spot, just join me in and let's yeah. So Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be your living sanctuary for you. So Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be your living sanctuary for you. One more time. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be your living sanctuary for you. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's good. That's good. All right. You're welcome to stay right here, or just we're going to just have a little charge out into the world that we're going to go forth to love and serve like God, Christ. And I want you to make sure you use your powerful voice in some way this week. that continues to expand this space of love, that this whole world is transformed. As we go, remember that God does bless you and keep you. God is kind and gracious to you. God bathes you with favor and will give you peace forever. Amen.
Amen.
All right, let's go eat.